Dear Chosen One, before we begin, I want to take a sacred moment to speak directly to you. Thank you deeply and sincerely for being here. For those who have supported this message through super thanks, your generosity is honored and truly appreciated. You are not merely helping spread this word. You are actively participating in God's unfolding plan. Whether you have given financially or are here simply by choice, your presence is a priceless gift, and I am grateful that you have chosen to walk this journey with me. You are part of something sacred, and your being here is no accident. Listen carefully, because what I am about to say isn't just a message, it is a divine confirmation. If you're watching or listening right now, it is because God has led you here by divine design. You did not come by chance or mistake. Something extraordinary is about to unfold in your life, a transformation that has been meticulously prepared for you. You may have already felt the stirring of your spirit, a sense that something bigger is coming. That feeling is real, and it is coming for you. This is not a small adjustment, but a complete transformation. Every whispered prayer you've held in silence, every longing of your heart, is about to burst forth into reality. The delays you once assumed were setbacks are exactly on schedule. This is God's timetable, and now everything is aligning in ways only heaven could orchestrate. Every trial you have endured, every moment of silent battle was not in vain. Each twist in your journey has been a part of a divine setup, positioning you for this exact moment. God's plan for you is not only real, but also in unstoppable motion. At the end of March, a shift is coming that will move faster than anything you have experienced before. Now, pause and listen. If you feel in your spirit that this message is meant for you, I invite you to drop 777 in the comments, not out of superstition, but as a spiritual declaration of divine alignment, a sign that you receive and are aligned with what God is doing in your life. Deep down, you already know that this moment has your name written all over it. This is more than change. It is your calling coming alive. The reality you are about to step into will not only look different, it will feel different. Doors will open, peace will replace confusion, and your long-held purpose will no longer be just a distant dream. It will become your everyday reality because you were born and chosen for this very moment. Everything that God has promised, every whisper in the night, every confirmation in your spirit is about to take form right before your eyes. So, rise up, Chosen One. Let's step forward together. Have you felt that quiet stirring in your soul? The subtle shift in the atmosphere that tells you something profound is unfolding right now. It isn't just a hunch or wishful thinking. It is a divine signal. You can sense an acceleration in the spiritual realm, a momentum building in silence. What you have been waiting for is already in motion. That feeling of unease is not fear, but the trembling before glory, echoing God's promise to shake the very heavens and the earth. The end of March is not just another date on the calendar. It is a spiritual threshold where every silent battle, every moment when you question your worth, has prepared you for this turn of events. This orchestration from above is deliberate. Consider the story of those who endured great hardship and rose to become global messengers of forgiveness, faith, and deliverance. Their pain became their pulpit, and in the same way, your afflictions have prepared you for the stage God is building for you. A stage where you are not just a witness to history, but a part of its authoring. The world is on the cusp of a divine reformation, a global awakening that is not creeping in slowly, but roaring in with unstoppable force. The chosen ones, those marked by fire and refined by trials and obedience, will soon rise. Your voice, along with the voices of others who have weathered similar storms, will be heard like a mighty thunder. The pain you have endured was not a punishment, but a training ground for deliverance. In this new era, God's blueprint for your life is intersecting with the destiny of nations. And make no mistake, this shift is supernatural, as Isaiah boldly declares that a new thing is springing forth. You must perceive that the new is already underway, even if the world is yet to catch up to this revelation. Today, you're called not only to embrace a personal transformation, but also to participate in a global awakening, a movement that will shift culture, thoughts, and spirits. The rise of the chosen ones is not a solitary journey. It is a collective surge of divine rebellion against darkness, despair, and division. As you read these words, take comfort in knowing that every silent struggle, every moment of pain and doubt has been preparing you for a monumental breakthrough. Your afflictions have sculpted you into a warrior of purpose, and the time for your glory has finally arrived. Have you ever wondered why your spirit has grown so restless? Why you feel an urgent pull deep in your bones, as though something massive is about to erupt in your life? This is not mere imagination. It is divine certainty. God's plan for you has never been theoretical. It has always been precise, powerful, and perfectly timed. In just a blink of an eye, all that once seemed out of reach might suddenly become tangible. The walls that kept you locked out for years may suddenly collapse, not by your own might, but by divine intervention. The very scriptures that promise unimaginable things are not just comforting words, they are your prophecy. You are witnessing the rise of those forged in silence, refined in fire, and hidden in plain sight. In the coming days, undeniable signs, accelerated alignments, and perfectly orchestrated divine setups will confirm that every hardship you endured was not a delay, but a setup for the greatness now beckoning you. Reflect on the lives of historical figures who transformed their pain into purpose. From those who emerged from brutal captivity to those who revolutionized entire fields. Their journeys, like yours, were filled with setbacks that later became the very foundation of their success. Your rise is not solely for personal gain. It is meant to impact whole nations. Every closed door in your past was not a rejection, but a divine redirection, positioning you for leadership at a time when the world is in desperate need of change. God has promised that for those who are called by Him, even the creation itself eagerly awaits revelation. And now, that unveiling is drawing near. This calling is not simply to experience wealth, status, or influence, but to use every blessing as a resource to build the kingdom of God here on earth. As you begin to receive unprecedented wealth, influence, and favor, ask yourself, what will you do with this power? Will you serve, build, and lead with humility and purpose? Scripture reminds us that every good and perfect gift comes from above, bestowed by the Father of heavenly lights. Your rising influence is not a reward for ego or pride. It is a trust, a divine assignment to serve others, to build bridges instead of walls, and to sow seeds that heal nations. Consider the examples of leaders who transformed their circumstances into movements of hope and justice. Their stories echo across history, from courageous women who led rebellions against oppressive systems to those who rescued others from unimaginable adversity. They did not rise merely for applause or recognition, but to serve a higher purpose. Likewise, your destiny is larger than any individual pursuit. It is about restoring unity, inspiring change, and leading with compassion. You were chosen because, in the moment when everyone else hesitated, you said yes to God's calling. Now, as you step into the next phase of your divine transformation, your spiritual awakening will deepen. Your connection to the realm of the Spirit will become as immediate and real as the very breath in your lungs. You may start to sense emotions and truths before they are spoken, a heightened sensitivity that is not a weakness but a profound gift. This divine sensitivity will draw people to you, as they sense in your presence a sacred trustworthiness and an aura of peace that stands apart from the chaos of everyday life. As you walk with the fragrance of heaven upon you, a global resonance will begin to form among other chosen ones. Across different nations, backgrounds, and languages, those who share your divine calling will find themselves united in spirit. This unity is not defined by politics or cultural ties, but by a profound divine assignment. You will discover that the gifts you possess will amplify those of others and vice versa, forming an unbreakable bond that can transform the world. It is in this interconnection that the true power of the chosen ones is revealed. Together, you will become an unstoppable spiritual force. Your journey now enters a phase where the false and superficial begin to crumble, making way for a renewal of truth and authenticity. Corrupt systems, deceptive ideologies, and empty rituals will fade as the authentic light of God emerges. The world is hungry for genuine spirituality, a return to essence, where actions speak louder than pomp and pretense. In the coming weeks, as you witness old structures fall away, you will find yourself standing as a pillar of authentic power and clarity. The world's hunger for truth will lead people not to institutions, but directly to the divine embodied in you. You're called to lead by example, serving as a living message of restoration and hope. Now, envision the next monumental phase in this divine plan, a phase of immense realignment where everything you have been through will bear fruit beyond your wildest dreams. As you rise, your influence will expand into every sphere, financially, politically, spiritually, and socially. Doors that once seemed impenetrable will swing open as divine favor manifests with astonishing speed. Every hardship you experienced is now revealing its purpose, transforming your pain into the very tools for global change. Your material blessings are not only for your personal benefit, but are meant to be channeled into building a better, more compassionate world. Your rising wealth, influence, and favor are meant to fund missions, heal communities, and build institutions that restore justice and equity. This is not the prosperity of ego, but the provision of purpose. As your position elevates, so too will your spiritual depth. You will come to feel the heartbeat of God for the world in ways you have never imagined before. Your heightened sensitivity to the needs of others will refine your purpose, and you will no longer wonder why you were chosen. You will know in your bones. Each gift you have received is meant to be used in service to others, as faithful stewards of God's grace. No longer are you merely preparing for something greater. You are now fulfilling your destiny with every word you speak, every act of kindness you perform, and every step you take. Ask yourself now, what will you build with the resources and wisdom entrusted to you? Who will you reach with the transformative power of your influence? This is not simply about personal elevation, but about becoming a shepherd for those who have long wandered in darkness. Your rise is a reveal, an unveiling of the destiny that has been hidden until now. As you step into this prophetic shift, you become a beacon of hope and a guide for others. The world, bracing against uncertainty, will look to you for direction and clarity. When economies quake and leaders falter, your calm presence and unwavering faith will serve as the compass in the chaos. The divine elevation that is taking hold in your life is part of a larger prophetic alignment. It is the moment when the old systems, built on false promises and shallow ambition, fall away to reveal a new order, an order of love, justice, truth, and divine purpose. You're being prepared not just to survive this shift, but to define it. In the midst of this global reset, you will emerge as a stabilizer, a living testament to the fact that when darkness covers the earth, the light of the Lord rises upon those who are prepared. Your leadership will be marked not by loud declarations, but by subtle, yet transformative demonstrations of God's power. As you connect with fellow chosen ones around the globe, you will form an unbreakable bond, a network of divine counselors united by purpose. This unity is a spiritual force that cannot be overpowered by isolation. It is as if each of you is a strand in a cord that is far stronger than any one individual could ever be alone. This network will amplify the light each of you carries, creating a collective that stands unshaken in the face of the world's turmoil. Your role now is to step forward confidently into the fullness of your calling. The world desperately needs your example, your compassion, and your divine insight. When chaos arises and old systems collapse, you are the one who will lead with clarity and purpose. Your influence will ripple outward, creating a global awakening that transcends borders and transforms societies. Your life will become the embodiment of the divine message, a message of hope, unity, and the reclamation of true spirituality. As you consider the path ahead, understand that every hardship, every moment of waiting, every twist in your journey was designed to position you perfectly for this moment. You are not here to blend into the background. You are here to stand out as a guiding light in a dark world. The closed doors of the past are unlocking, and every setback is now part of the foundation of your destiny. You were chosen not merely to witness this transformation, but to lead it. When the world finally asks, "What now?" you will be ready to respond with the authority that comes from divine alignment. Now is the time, chosen one. With every breath, every action, and every word, you are called to let your light shine, unapologetically, powerfully, and with unshakable conviction. Your destiny is intertwined with the destiny of humanity. In the days ahead, as prayers turn into plans and plans into platforms, you will see the vision you once nurtured in secret become visible reality. And when the world wonders how such a transformation occurred, you will simply testify it was God's timing. As the external world plunges further into uncertainty, your rise will become even more critical. People will seek you out for answers, for hope, for the guidance that only someone aligned with the divine can offer. Your influence is not about personal glory. It is about restoring balance, about building institutions of healing, and about transforming society from the ground up. The abundance that flows into your life, both materially and spiritually, is part of God's design for you to be a custodian of His mission. Now, as we approach the end of this message, remember this: the world needs the light you carry. In the days ahead, people will look to you not for titles or recognition, but for the assurance and guidance that comes from a life lived in divine truth. Your every act of compassion, every word spoken with genuine care, will ripple outward, touching lives and igniting the flame of hope in hearts that have long grown cold. I invite you, dear chosen one, to stand tall and lead boldly. If you have been moved by this message, if you feel that the time has come to claim your destiny, I ask you now to support this mission with your heart, whether by leaving a comment, sharing your thoughts with 777 to affirm your divine alignment, or even by contributing through super thanks so that these messages continue to reach those who need them most. Your support, in any form, is a precious gift and a vital part of this divine unfolding. May God's light surround you. May His strength uphold you. And may His purpose guide every step you take. This is your time. This is your calling. And it is only the beginning. Rise and lead, chosen one. The world is waiting for you to shine, to transform, and to lead us into a new era of divine awakening. May you continue to walk in faith and purpose. Let your light shine brightly so that others may find their way out of darkness. Remember, your presence itself is a powerful testimony of God's unchanging promise. You were chosen for this very moment. Thank you for being here, for your openness, and for your willingness to rise into the life you were meant to live. God bless you, and may His love and grace forever fill your heart as you lead with unwavering resolve. This is your divine moment. Step forward with courage, knowing that every trial, every closed door, and every silent moment has led you to this day. Embrace your calling, share your light, and together, let us build a world that reflects the love, justice, and truth of heaven. Your time is now. Rise and lead, for the world awaits the unstoppable force of your divine destiny.